This is Susan. She says her built-in radar tells her when a man is taken. We showed her videotapes of these 3 single men, and she picked one as her date. Which one did she choose? Which will our audience choose? And this is Warren. He doesn't have a little black book. He has a big black book. Which of these women did he choose? Which will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they pick, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here's the host of Love Connection, Chuck Willery.
Thank you, Ron Ruddy. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to the show. And welcome you to the show. Let's get started by meeting our first guest. Now, she's from Illinois. She meets most of her dates at work, and she says she's changed her mind about living with a man. Please welcome Susan Bajewski. Hi, Susan. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. Come sit down. You're a flight attendant, right?
Yes.
Okay. Say you see a likely prospect on the plane. What do you do?
Well, if I really see someone I'm attracted to, I'd flirt a little bit with them, and then when we're through with the service, I will sit down and talk with them.
Aside from a wedding band on a man's finger, is there any other way that you can tell that he may be married and trying to disguise it?
Oh, yes, very easy for flight attendants. They give you their business card.
Why?
And they say, call me at work because I'm never home. I'm very, very busy. So that's your first clue that the wife is at home. They want you to call them at work, you know. I think passengers look upon us as, you know, flirtation, somebody they can have on the side, you know, like on their business trip or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yes.
How do you feel about living with a man?
I wouldn't do it again. I lived with a man for 6 years.
Gee, that's marriage. That's a long time.
Yeah, it was. And I think now I would definitely not do it again. I think if you're going to live together, you should make a commitment.
Okay. Now we know a little bit more about you. Let's show you the men that Susan had to choose from. Now, don't forget, you're going to pick the man that you think's best for her. Now, first there was Tom. Tom hates small talk, and he thinks that women are easy to read, fun to hold, and expensive to keep. And here's more.
I think most women are tired of being singled out as pretty objects of some sexual gratification. Strongest thing that I bring to women is being able to be their friend outside of being a lover. I'm a hell of a lover.
All right. Next, there was Chick. He thinks that men don't understand women. He says that even though he's approaching middle age, he's still adaptable, and here's a little bit more from Chick.
I look at life as go through it, do it, and enjoy it, and make the best of whatever you're doing, because that's the only shot you're going to get, and there's no sense brooding or taking a second thought, or you might as well just enjoy yourself.
Finally, you watch Robert. Robert says he knows he's in love when he stops being nervous on a date, and though he's not cheap, he does consider a date an investment.
I feel resentment if I go out and spend $40 or $50 on a date and then I get a handshake. Or one time I went on a date and I bought a $45 meal and went to a show, and I spent about $60. And when I drove up to a driveway, she turns to me and says, "Would you mind taking the babysitter home? I had a wonderful time."
Now, Susan selected one of those men as her date. We're going to show you all 3 men again before you vote. First, there was Tom. He's 39. He's a magazine publisher. Then Chick. He's a marketing manager. He's also 39. And finally, Robert. He's 36, and he's a sex educator. Okay, audience, time to vote. Please make your choice now. Who do you think's the best man out there? For our Susan. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to meet the man that Susan selected. We're going to hear everything that happened on their date. We're going to do that in just a minute. Stay with us. Okay, we're back. Susan, who was the lucky guy?
I chose Chick.
Chick. That was the second guy out. Right, yeah, I remember him. Now, Susan and Chick haven't seen each other since their date, and as always, we hear from both sides, so let's say hello to Chick McDaniel. Hi, Chick.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm a little more excited than I was in that videotape.
Are you? Okay.
I'll vouch for him.
All right, I tell you what, we'll get back to you in just a minute, Chick. Susan, tell us about the date.
I was very pleased. He was even more adorable than he was on his videotape. Very well dressed. He's real cute. Yeah.
What'd you think of Susan in person, Chick?
She was a knockout, definitely.
What happened next?
Well, we were having dinner, and we did, like you said, we were getting a little silly, you know, a little wine, and We just started talking about silly things you do, and he
Like
asked
what?
me what, the most people I'd been naked in front of.
Oh, gee. Oh, God.
So I don't
What an
think
opener,
he was
chick.
really ready for that. Well, I told him 15 people.
Oh, well, 15 people. How did...
Playing
ask me,
a...
Chuck.
Excuse me for asking, but how do you get...
Well, I was playing
Naked.
strip poker with the Royal Air Force. And Well,
I had to ask.
I asked him, and he told me 300.
300?
So
Now, come on, chick, that can't be right.
Sometime back when streaking was the popular rage, as you may recall,
Streaking, sure.
it got the best of me at a large gathering of elks, and I couldn't pass it up.
So you streaked 300 elks, huh? What happened next?
Well, we finished dinner, and we decided to go over to this discotheque. And Chick is an excellent dancer.
Is
He's
he?
like a regular John Travolta. He's
No
very, very
kidding.
good. I don't think I was... I was kind of crawling around,
So then
Yeah.
after you finished dancing and everything, what happened?
Well, we just kissed goodnight, and Chick was every bit as good a kisser as he was a dancer. And he's a great dancer, and that ended it.
Sounds like
we
you
had
had
a
a
nice
great
time.
time.
Yes, I
Sounds like
did.
you had a wonderful
Definitely.
time. Let's take a look and see who the audience voted for. Oh, Chick walked away with it. 68%. Yeah. 68%. Good. Well, if you'd like another date with Chick, our audience has suggested that would be nice, and we'll be happy to pay for it. Would you like that?
Well, if it's okay with Chick, it's okay with me.
Chick, is that all right with you?
Love to.
Come on out and join us. Please have a seat. I have this real nervous feeling that someone's going to run naked across the stage right now.
I'll hold myself down.
What is that? Now, you were talking about all your built-in radar and all this kind of stuff that you could tell things about men. What does it tell you about Chick?
Oh, that he's a very nice person, and I definitely like to get to know him better. He's very sweet.
Safe, very safe.
Yeah, well...
Thank you both for coming on the show and
Thank
sharing
you.
your date with us. It was fun. It was lots of fun. We have a nice gift for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're going to come right back with another couple. Stay with us. All right, let's meet our next guest now. He says too many women judge a man by his car, and he's looking for a woman who's 37, 23, 38. But when he's designing clothes, he doesn't start with a bust, waist, or hips. Please welcome Warren Thomas. How you doing, Warren?
Fine, Chuck, and you?
I'm good. Have a seat. Doesn't
Great.
start with a waist, bust, or hips. That's what I said. Why do you say that women judge a man by his car? Is that really true, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Especially in this town.
Well, now, Warren, how do you begin a dress design?
Well, normally, I don't know, I'm a real physical person. And I have a strong physical point in the woman's body that really just impresses me, turns me on, I guess I can say.
Oh, here it comes.
The derriere, or the rear end, you know.
Yeah?
I like the nice one.
Okay.
A flat one doesn't do anything for me.
Nothing at all.
And I like to accentuate the dress around that, to really show it off.
I'd like to take a look at those designs sometime. We know a little bit more about you. Let's take a look at the women that Warren had to choose from. Now, watch closely because you're going to vote again, okay? First, there was Mona. Mona's from Detroit. She considers a man sexy if he smokes a pipe. And she loves to write songs, and most of her dates are like this, she said.
Seem very immature to me, and the things that in other words, they're so fascinated by me. Oh, you write songs. Oh, you do this. Oh, you know, like you have everything already, and they really can't do anything for me. It's like I don't want to have to teach anybody anything. Not too much, anyway.
Next, there was Jackie. Now, here's Jackie's list of no's. No smoking, no sarcastic remarks, no dummies, and no tight pants. We asked her if there was anything she did like.
I want the experience of being married, you know. I think it would be nice, you know, to be married, you know, to settle down and live with someone, you know, and have children and check out what they look like, whose features, you know, whose nose, whose eyes.
Okay, and finally, you watched Brenda. Brenda enjoys auto racing and picnics. She's looking for a man who's never been married. She dates about 3 times a week, so she ought to find one, but they're not always successful.
You know, like some guys, they always think they have to pay for it or something like that. I will pay for a date, but as far as they come to the point where they want to use me for my money or anything like that, then I know It's out the door, Buster.
Okay, before we find out who Warren chose as his date, let's see all three of these ladies once again. First, there was Mona. She's 25. She's a secretary. Then Jackie. She's studying to be a druggist, and she's 23. And finally, Brenda. She's also 23, and she's a buyer in the aerospace industry. Okay, audience, time to vote again. Make your choice right now. Who do you think's the best lady for Warren? All right, Warren, I want to ask you, since the audience vote is locked in, who did you pick?
Chuck, I chose Mona.
Mona. She was very pretty. Yeah, she was real pretty. Yeah. Now, I told our studio audience before that this is a little bit different, so I'll tell you at home, this is a little bit different date. See, before we meet Mona, I'm told that Warren and Mona went on a double date with each other, and it's another couple from Love Connection. So this is going to be a little different for us. Let's meet the other person who got to choose a date. She says she's a real sports nut, but she's also very career-minded. She likes to watch jocks, but she prefers dating businessmen. But no matter what he does for a living, he'd better have a good voice. Please welcome Stephanie Bell. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? You want to scoot down there, Warren, and let Stephanie sit next to me so I can be close and we can talk? Why is a man's voice important, Stephanie?
A man's voice is very important because of his demeanor. Once I was at a club, and I saw this guy. He was dancing. He was very attractive, very masculine. I said, gee, he's a very nice-looking guy. But he was with a lady. And his eyes caught my eyes. We made eye contact, and I think he was as attracted to me as I was to him. And he some kind of way made his way over to where I was standing, and he's looking there. He looks gorgeous and everything, and he opens up his mouth, and out comes a little girl's voice. That's what he sounded like to me.
That may have been Michael Jackson.
Everything.
He talks high.
That was a turn on.
But he's got a, yeah, okay. Would you like being in charge of a relationship?
Not particularly. I'd rather for a man to be able to take in charge of a situation and be able to take control and make decisions, but a lot of the times I find that men can't do that. And if they can, I can very well take things into
But you don't mind
myself.
that?
I don't mind.
You don't
no.
mind
If
taking
I have
charge.
to.
You have to.
If I have to.
Good. Okay. Let's take a look at the men that Stephanie had to choose from now. By the way, she did not go out with Warren. She went out with somebody else. Watch closely because you're going to vote again. First, there was Leo. Leo won't date anyone who weighs more than 135, but he always finds a way to compliment a lady. He's a songwriter, and here's one date that inspired a song.
She had on jeans at the discotheque, and when she walked across, I said, check that strolling britches. And I wrote a song when I went home and said, check that strolling britches.
Next, there was Joe. Now, Joe's from Baltimore, and he's into nutrition. When it comes to women, he says age doesn't matter, but he has a problem concentrating on one woman at a time, he says.
I am attracted to other women, you know, and I've been honest with that, and it brought negative results and sometimes good results. But with my last living, I was trying to be honest, and it was hard.
All right, finally, watch Ray. Ray's from Detroit, and he loves poetry. He says he refuses to give up on a date if it's not working, and here's how he describes himself to women.
I tell a young lady that I'm not homosexual, and I'm a bisexual, and I'm a trisexual. And that always brings on some kind of inquisitive. What is a trisexual? And simply, it's that I'll try anything to please you.
Stephanie selected one of those men as her date. We're going to show you all three men again before you vote. First, there was Leo. He's 32. He's a musician. Then Joe. He's in construction. He's 34. And finally, Ray. He's a 30-year-old stockbroker. Okay, audience, time to make your choice. Now, who do you think the best man is for Stephanie? Our Stephanie here. Audience votes locked in. Stephanie, I'm going to ask you who you chose.
My date was Ray.
With Ray, the man who's a trisexual. Okay. We'll be right back to find out everything that happened on this double date in just a minute. Be there.
If you feel like you're on the wrong road with your finances, Credit Karma can help you push through to a better place. Because that's how you gain the power to reach your horizons, wherever they may take you. Find your way to money with personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
It's not just a burrito.
It's handheld,
foil wrapped, Really fresh.
Real ingredients.
From the farm.
Fresh every day.
Responsibly raised.
Without that bad stuff.
It's magic happening.
Best of the best, baby. 100% yum.
Literally massive deliciousness.
All for like $10.
The latest trend in shopping? Amazon Lens. Go from camera roll to closet by uploading pics of your favorite looks and shop similar matches to make them your own. See it, shop it with Amazon Lens.
Oh, hey, I'm Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken. I bring the pain like anything for my algebra.
You do what now?
I mean, bro. I'm a Kraken.
All right, now, we're back. Let me remind you that this is a double date. Now, Stephanie chose Ray, and Warren chose Mona. So let's say hello to Ray Barnes and Mona Holland. There they are. Hi, Ray. Hi, Mona. How are you, Mona?
Hi.
Yeah, hey, Mona, I understand that the double date was your idea. Now, how did this come about exactly?
Oh, well, Ray and I, we have a mutual friend who suggested that maybe we go on our Love Connection date, since we both had to go on this date at the same time.
You didn't know Ray before, though?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, now we got that established. Warren, why don't you start us off here and tell us about the date?
We rearranged for the date, and then I also had mentioned to her that the week before our date, you know,
Yeah, before the date, yeah.
My car blew up.
Ah.
And she'd have to pick me up. So she seemed a bit like, oh, well, but she said, okay, you know.
Good sport about it.
Yeah,
Said
she's a good sport about it.
So she came over to pick you
She
up.
came over and picked me up, and we went to the other person's house.
Now, you went to Ray's house, right?
Right, to Ray's house.
Okay, and Ray, now, what happened then? You get to Ray's house. Now, you haven't met Ray.
No, I haven't met Ray nor Stephanie.
Okay.
We get to Ray's house, and we meet them, and we all go to a quaint Japanese restaurant.
Quaint Japanese restaurant.
And it's very quiet inside. And we all proceed to sit down, and I proceed to order. And Stephanie's she whispers when she talks.
She has a soft voice.
Right, so I don't hear anything she's saying. But Ray talks.
Whoop.
I'm looking around.
What are they talking about?
Well, they're having an argument.
You guys were arguing? What were you arguing about, Stephanie?
Because I told him that I was going to set a price limit on the dinner.
Oh, gee. Well, Ray, what did you think about this price limit?
Oh, well, I was totally upset about the price limit. I thought that Love Connection was giving her the money to take me out on a date, and she was kind of cutting back on our entertainment here. I thought if she needed some help, you know, then she should probably apply for welfare or something as opposed to taking the money from Love Connection.
Okay, Warren, now we've got this going pretty good.
So,
what happened next?
The argument escalated, I guess, to around 8, and then it tapered off a little bit because Mona is a great peacemaker. I call her my little Joan Rivers. She's great with jokes. And so she began telling jokes, and everybody kind of like cooled out. And then her and Ray began reminiscing about their hometown. They're from the same area.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Where are you from, Mona?
Detroit, Michigan.
And Ray is from?
I'm from Detroit also.
Oh, now you two have something in common. Ray, did you do any flirting with Mona at this?
Well, I would probably say I did. You know, I flirted a little bit because Stephanie was.
Whoops, Stephanie says a lot, yeah. Well, now, Mona, let me ask you something, dear. While you're back there just cringing at this whole thing, I can see you. How did you react to Ray when he was? Did you realize he was flirting with you? Did you know that? Tell the truth now, Mona.
Yeah, I did. I knew it.
And did you flirt back with him?
No.
You didn't?
It was on Stephanie's.
You didn't.
I mean, I liked him,
How
I didn't want to be disrespectful to Stephanie. I was on her side, too.
Oh, I see. Well, how did you feel about this, Warren?
I was observing.
You were observing it?
Yes.
I tell you what, let's take a look. I think it'd be really interesting at this point to find out who the audience picked for everybody. Now let's take a look and see. Oh, here we go. All right. The audience picked Mona, too. 54% they picked Mona. Okay. So now we got Warren squared away with Mona. Now, if you'd like another date with Mona, Warren, the audience suggested that that was a good selection for you. We'd be happy to pay for it. Would you like to go out with Mona again?
Yes, just me and Mona.
Just you and Mona? Okay, Mona, is that all right with you? Would you like to go out with Warren again if we pay for it?
Well, I think Warren's a very, very nice person, and he was very nice to me, but I would like my name to go back in the file and maybe date someone else.
Well, I'm sorry things didn't work out there. Well, let's see who picked. The audience picked for Stephanie. Let's take a look here. Well, if they picked Ray, we're in deep trouble. And what do you think, folks? 57% picked Ray. Holy cow! Well, let's see. Stephanie, I have to ask this. I mean, I got no choice. It's my job. Would you like another date with Ray if we pay for it?
Well, I
Chuck.
would say, considering how our date went, and this is supposed to be a love connection,
Yeah.
if Ray is willing to go out on another date with me, although I had decided against that before now, I would go out with him.
You would? I can't believe it. Well, I think Ray's doubled over back there. Well, Ray, what do you think?
Well, actually, I think what that shows is a reflection of how bad the date really was. It really was not that bad.
Yeah.
But I'd probably prefer not to try it.
Mona, Ray?
Well, now, you know, it wouldn't be so bad to go out with a hometown girl, you know what I mean? Somebody...
Who would... Wait a minute, I'll hold it. Who exactly would that be?
Well, you know, Mona's from Detroit. Aren't you from Detroit?
Well, would you like to ask Mona out?
Yeah, that might not
Why
be
don't you
a bad
ask her?
idea.
Ask her out.
How would you like to go out on a date, Mona?
I probably would try it, but we can't argue like you and Stephanie did.
No question about it.
Well, at least we've made a half a connection here anyway. This has been a rare experience. That's our show for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more singles trying to make a love connection. I'm Chuck Woolery, and I paid my dues today. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Some guest on Love Connection will receive the following. Jonathan Martin dresses in sportswear, now in silks, linens, and other naturals. For that custom-tailored look, no one dresses a woman like Jonathan Martin. Or Rent Rensenvac, the do-it-yourself steam cleaning system that gives you professional cleaning results at a fraction of the cost. Rent Rensenvac. Or dress up your dull draft drawers, your faded shelves, your tired toys. Get Red Devil enamels, wood stains, and paint removers. Little cans for tough jobs. Or Glade Aerosol, the air freshener that instantly makes your house fresh. One spray and you'll know the difference Glade made. For Love Connection, this is Rod Roddick.